Let's try this again, guys and girls. I'm just going to try and load it myself to see if it will come up on mine. And see if we can get it. Hoping it's at the right angle this time. Obviously, it's just taking that minute. Ah, there we go. It looks like it. So here we are back again. I don't know what this orientation locking thing is. It came up the other day as well. Ugh. And whoever's just joined in, thank you for hitting that like button. Oh, I missed it. Hiya, buddy. Yeah, it doesn't like it this way, does it? So I've just had to change where we're at. For some reason, my orientation lock had it so it was in portrait mode, which is obviously not that good. So I know hopefully people will start coming over. Is the other one still on, Rob? Ah, Timber is here. Hey, buddy.
That's a horrible view.
I'm trying to sort it now, but I just wanted to make sure it was
Why didn't you
off that lock.
have it looking upwards? Or looking upwards?
Because I've got to do this bit first and then...
Looking upwards.
How am I going to get that bit shown? Looking at it upwards, so... 2 seconds, guys.
Where's your little thing? You put it on here.
Oh, it's on this. Bear with, guys. I don't want you to feel sick while spinning this round. We're just going to put it onto the different tripod for a minute. Post link in here to the old one. Ah, thanks, buddy. But yeah, Timber, honestly, anybody that's ever conflicted about who they're watching and things like that, we're honestly not bothered. At the end of the day, you watch who you want to watch. It's always nice when people can say hello for us as well. So, Paul, hiya, buddy. Sydney, I think I'd already said no night. Simon, Scott's Rails.
Sydney said no night. Huh?
Oh, I don't know. I'm obviously not making sense today.
You're saying no night to Sydney. He's probably only just joined and probably think, oh, we don't want him anymore.
Good evening, good day, chat. Yeah, it's day, not night. Met a few YouTubers today, not the first time. Oh, brilliant news. Hi again, Brian. Yeah, we obviously line side ones probably won't be done that often by us. Unfortunately, because we're not exactly a busy route.
It's Wales.
Yeah. Yeah, Wi-Fi's come off from here again. So, yeah, obviously, with it not being that busy for the route, there's no point us doing, like, line-side lives, unlike Jason, where he's got trains, like, every 10 minutes. But we thought you might appreciate seeing the old girl today.
Well, we did only get electric last year, so... Why can't I... Yeah, that's looking downwards. I was trying to get it to look upwards. And I can't work out which way to put that.
It's this. Bear with, guys. It's like that.
Alright, nobody likes the smart sauce.
Obviously, I don't fully know how this looks, guys, because I'm having to reconnect the iPad.
Bad day.
Oh, I love technical glitches. Not.
Grace hitches, you mean?
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Let's catch up.
Yeah, we need to tell Jason to send some more steam trains up this way.
Yeah.
Stop hogging them all to himself.
Might have to get my light because the light isn't that good. It's just all the sunshine.
The light isn't that good, it's all sunshine.
Yeah, it's where it's coming in at. It's only highlighting a bit of the track, and so I hope you guys enjoyed it earlier anyway. As I said, it was very
How
short.
Are you powering your light?
For that.
How am I doing everything?
So far what, Andy? That it's working or not working or... I know with me it's always just wing it. You could probably put it further here because it can.
Yeah, well, the issue is I'm trying to get it to be attached.
Attaches in there. Okay. Let's see. I've got my wonderful assistant here.
Bitch.
You're on the live stream.
I didn't say that loud.
Eh,
Nobody heard that.
no, nobody of course heard that. So we're just getting the lights set up for me, guys, because I said I've noticed it does seem to be a little bit.
Because she's
Lighting
blind.
isn't the best. No, it's not. Look at it on the screen. It's perfect for us, but not for the guys. And can you add the name of our couple that have joined me?
I've already done their channel, thank you.
Oh, it didn't show it on mine. It didn't show it on there. Where?
Oh, for fudge. I did do it. Stupid thing.
I might light it up a bit better for the guys. We'll see once it's just a load of lights sources at the moment, isn't it? No, it's not come up yet, so.
Try and get it to focus on the track too.
It's the only problem, it's like wide angle, isn't it?
That's better.
What's the light looking for you guys? How's it looking?
Let's have a look without these ones on.
I'll just wait for it to catch up. Catch up.
Dun, 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 dun. Come on.
No, that's not really done anything actually. Look, it's gone dark around. It could just be that the light itself needs turning up.
No, that's as light as it'll go.
Or we just change the light source. As it gets dark, it'll be easier to mess around anyway. No, I think mine's frozen. That might be why. Yeah, it's disconnected again. So, sorry guys, I'm not ignoring you, but again, my iPad's disconnected.
Doesn't like this AP, does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't want that either.
What are you trying to do?
Get off it, but because it's now connected to mine, it's not finding it. Sorry guys. I wonder why it wasn't changing. Some reason my iPad does not like it, whether it's on its way out. It is an old one.
No, it's not that. It stays connected in the house. Let's have a look. Play.
Try that again. Hopefully, if I've missed any comments, I do apologise, guys. Oh no, they've all come in now, I think. There we go. Yeah, comments have come with now. It's waiting for the picture to load, so you see how you guys see it. Cole and Mick, hiya guys. Nice to see you on there. It was a proper train, yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? And yes, I'm loathing technology at the minute. Ah, there we go. No, that's lit up better, isn't it? What it was only where the light was,
Is
wasn't
that
it?
shutting the door, mate, up?
Can try. I think it is for sunshine that's coming in, but we'll just wait because you've just gone to the door on my video. If it wants to, it doesn't want to go exactly where I've caught up. Technical hitch, guys. That does look a bit more rounded, actually. So, Circle of Doom, don't you dare start with that. Could be my internet, mum. Who else?
That works better, so do you want to lock me in? Lock me out.
Bro Noun, hiya, good evening, buddy. Can we not just do what I've done before with the bricks? Because it is kind of warm in here. You know, where I put the bricks either side so it stopped it from...
Let me just shut it.
No, I would... be alright as it gets darker, I think. Thank you, Paul. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so Paul's asked my mum how she is.
What?
Oh, Paul was just asked mum how she is, bless her.
Okay.
So, okay. Ta. Sydney, no, I'm not. Because of how it worked well, I'm going to be doing one build a week of the Metcalf kits and one trackside.
I need my coffee.
So today's about more ballasting.
Right, more about the social one.
Girls and boys go out to play, that's what my mum said. You might need to fire your cameraman. Which was that with? Was that with this or was it earlier? Unfortunately, I was too busy with the camera, so I didn't actually get to see. As you can see, I'm finishing off my cuppa as well before it goes cold. Otherwise, I would not be able to get to enjoy it. I'm also betting now we've done that, I don't actually need this. No, it is turned up all the way, so. Right, a cup of tea that I actually managed to finish. So, anyway, how are you guys keeping as well? It was a bit manic earlier, wasn't it? So I didn't really get the chance to properly reply to comments. And for that, I apologise. Where's mine? In the kettle, Mum? Maybe? I don't know, just putting it out there. I do make sure I have a kettle at the flat. And Harrold, evening, late to party, but already have a question. What's going on the inside of a retaining wall? Shouldn't it go in before ballasting? And we've had a lot of debate about this because the issue is paper or anything is going to be affected by the glue. So what we're doing when we're kind of lining it up is making sure that we can get it behind there. There is a touch little gap. I can get it through with my nail. But we will make a plan. Even if worse comes to worse, we'd have to take a couple out and then glue them back in. The issue is that obviously with the ballasting and the glue, the amount of glue that you need, it's really going to be a bit of a pig, I think, to get it sorted. I'll be back down in my caravan soon, and West Somerset Railway runs just a couple of 100 yards away. Oh, lovely, Mick. Yeah, I'm looking at is totally out of focus. How weird. Oh, I see what you mean, actually. It's the closer bit, it's the further out. Well, the further away is where I'm going to be going. It's about focused here, isn't it? I don't know how we're going to do that. Yeah, I think it might be the angle of the phone. It doesn't like that kind of further away angle. That is the issue. I'll try this. Sorry, guys, just trying to get an angle for you guys. Plus, there's nothing I can do, Rob. That's the issue. That's why I was trying to, because of where it is. Oh, now I'm going to drop the tripod. That's the issue. For it to be stable, it's got to go there. No. I'm trying. I'm very trying. I get that, guys. Moving it closer, I can't because of the leg. I don't know how that works. Let me know, guys. Get Will to hold the camera. Yeah, I might. Is that? No, it's not even looking at it, is it, guys? It's looking here that's in focus. Sorry, being a nag. Move further towards you. You're right. Until I can't go any further towards me, Rob, because of the leg. Against this. That's my issue. Oh, guys. Do you think I'm ever going to find an angle that I'm happy with on a live? Because I swear every live this happens, doesn't it? There's plenty of space behind that incline. Trust me, Rob, it's right at the end. There is no further it can go. The only way I could do is possibly change that and move the angle, but How is that looking, guys? We get there eventually. Machine New Zealand. Hi, buddy. Good evening. Problem is, you guys have to put up with seeing me. Oh, it's getting warmer in here. I thought it was supposed to get colder at night. So, let's get started then. Sherwood Forester eventually turned up this afternoon. Crazy, buddy. Turn the tripod around and rotate the head. It's an even one. Rob, if you want to try and sort it, but I'm honestly not getting what else you mean. Because this tripod is for 3 legs out rather than ours with like a head. It's literally the head is right where the legs are. Sutton Bridge front. Ah, buddy. Did you not have a tracker going? See, ours was crazy. I think it went a little bit quick. A little bit quicker than maybe it was supposed to. Where's the water I need? There we go. Rob, are you going to Colwyn Model Railway Club Model Railway Exhibition in Llandudno next week? So we've mainly painted most of this up here. This is more going in to see any bits that we've potentially missed. Well, me. Not really Rob, but any bits that I've missed on the last time or that have wiped off. Because there is a few little bits that have just missed the marker. So I'm just going to tidy them up. Can the tripod straddle the track? That's not a bad shout, Andy. Yeah, it can actually. Problem is where I've got to change the camera angle, but I don't know how it's going to be with that. Because of where the phone is. No, see the other leg in that. I hate camera angles, I really do. If I put it there, how's that looking for you guys? If that is any better. See, unfortunately, we do still have the tripod leg. Is that track coming through clear for you guys? That's what I need to know as well, please. Oh, there we go. Loads of comment comes on. Marin, hiya, buddy. You okay? Cost me a fortune of a toy fair to do. That's probably they always do, don't they? Stun over. Oops, I'm late again. Never late, buddy. It's literally join as and when. You know, we're not bothered by that, even as our mods. And this keeps disconnecting on me tonight. So I really do stress, guys, if I miss any comments, please repeat them, because the iPad is really not liking the internet tonight. I don't think it particularly likes this router we have in here, but everything else is fine. So yeah, we had a lot of rain in that here yesterday as well. Sydney. So hoping to just get a bit more ballasting done, buddy. As you probably seen on the videos, we are still lacking ballasting. We were thinking of trying what to do for in here, but at the moment we just thought, well, we'll get the ballast on and then fit whatever we're going to do, because we still haven't decided. The only paint I haven't seen for a while is for these little here clips. I know Rob got a separate paint for it, but I have no clue where they are. But that is something I can go back and do once the ballast is down as well as weathering it. So if anybody has any tips, now we're getting to this stage with ballasting, any tips on your weathering of your ballasting, we will certainly listen in. Ah, that's why. Missed all the ones over here. The only thing I've realised is this is further off the ground, but the truck's always run with it, isn't it, Rob? As we need to pop a pin in until I've glued it down. Andy, thanks buddy, 35 watching and 15 likes, proper likes folks, and I need to do that the same because I always forget to do it on mine as well, which is technically another watching, isn't it? I'm late because I was just having dinner. Also, I'm still not getting notifications for your channel even though I've got them switched on. Yeah, it's a weird one. I used to have the same over on TikTok as well. They're very funny. Weirdly, mine came up straight away. I don't know, maybe it's just how much, although you comment on everything of ours, so I don't even think it's how much you communicate with a channel like. Twins ran flawlessly, Mark. How have you been having a play with some locos there, Andy? The only thing with this sleeper grime I found is as you were starting to run out of paint, it wasn't completely covering these rails, so you do get gaps. That's really all I'm needing to do, apart from the odd few sleepers that were missed, is just getting these little bits that weren't covered. It's crazy when you see the difference though. I'm not sure if that's out of view or you guys can still see it, so. Spoke too soon, Rob. Put them somewhere. There. I've seen bits that I've missed again, but it is only the angle I'm looking at, which won't suppose be an angle you'll look at too often. It's like watching paint dry. Well, I'd hope so. Oh, geez, we've started with the jokes again. Oh, Rob's put which paint I'm there. Yeah, this is the actual paint. You had to get it yourself, didn't you, Rob, from that model railway guy after you ordered the wrong one. So it's sleeper grime. Why? What did he say, actually? Yeah, grime brown. No, Rob, it's not brown. Brown. It's not the streaking grime either. So hopefully that shows it in view, which one it is if anybody wants to take a screenshot. And then you do have to give it a couple of minutes before you go ahead and do your ballasting. As I said, Robbie, the only thing I can't find is that other colour that you got to do the little tiny bits. Oh, that's awful, Andy. I swear these lives are just turned into, I would say Comedy Central, but Dad Joke Central maybe. So while that's drying, I am gonna go back along previous ones just to see how this goes. This might not go so well because the line gets bigger, so slight readjustment and do the rest of the track. Now, the only thing I could do is flip it, but yeah, it won't let me do that now. I don't get where this orientation lock has come from actually. I can't actually do a lot with it. Bear with, I'm just going to reset the internet on my, because it's not liking it and it keeps dropping off. Oh, I don't have a password. There we go. Oh, we still with you guys? Let's see if resetting it. If not, I'm going to have to reset the whole iPad, I think. Just as long as that angle works for you guys. Also, yeah. Rob's Brexit laid, of course, by the dog. Thanks, Jude. And she's actually come in, said that, destroyed that, and then gone back out. You sent which to me via text, Rob? The link. Oh, yeah. Hannah! I like that. I like that a lot. But it come up shared on my phone, so if it did turn off momentarily, it was just my password sharing came up on my phone. So boom boom. Are we getting loads of more jokes here? What do you call a locomotive that keeps sneezing? A choo-choo train. Oh dear. Comedy Central, yeah, exactly. Thomas Crapple, yeah, I agree. Good old toilet humour. Why was Eeyore in the toilet? Oh, we got two there. How do you make the locomotive Olympics? Oh, jeez. Hey, Joe Raider. Hope you're okay, buddy. Nice bit of a leg there in the frame. Yeah, I can't do anything about it. GWR, Sean. Hiya, buddy. You okay? Did I just hear someone practicing karate? No, Stephen. It was the dog because it's got a bit warm. Rob kind of like perched the door open so the sun wasn't actually affecting the lighting in here. So he's done it all lovely, and then the dog's literally come in, bashed it away, come in slightly, and then buggered off again. So nice of a dog, isn't it? Why were there balloons in? Oh Jesus, these jokes are just awful. How do you guys cope with them? Seriously, I don't know. let's put that out of the way. Let's try and get some of these more neatened up, because I need this all to fully dry before I can then do the ballasting. I keep seeing bits as well. Yeah, they are, Rob. I completely agree. I can always rely for my live streams to either digress and talk about movies, TV shows, food, or bad dad jokes. So, I never know. Any live, it's either going to be one of the three. Last time I think we had all three of them together. I think that went over your head. Possibly, Mark, it could have been. What was side design going to be? Alex, at this point we have no clue. No clue, buddy. At all. And this has disconnected again. Oh, I'm having fun with this tonight. Technology is great when it works. I think that's going to be like that all night with this. So, MoneyBrook Junction, thanks Grace, we've just gone and bought some of that paint. Oh, brilliant. Can you guys remind me of your names, pretty please? I just have my list here, so it means I can actually get it written down, because I'm not the best with names most of the time. I do try and learn at least like one alive, but with how manic it's been lately, that's kind of gone out the window. Well, you're not green with envy. Restarted the iPad on my last live, and also it died today. It was completely dead, so technically I suppose it has had a complete restart again. So it's literally just been turned back on today before the live. What's going where Grace's arm is now? Okay, I'm a bit lost what you mean. Sorry, buddy. Oh, yes, I have a list, of course. Lisa and Mark, thank you, guys. As I said, I can be awful. So, different spelling, but I suppose it's another mark to our list of names as well. At least yours is spelled a bit differently. always thought she stood at an angle. Well, yeah, I do have hypermobility, so if my arm is making weird angles, that's probably due to that. To be honest, I'm just used to it now. Well, a trip to Denmark, yeah, that would be nice. Like Rob said, as long as you're paying. And part of the bill where Grace's arm is leaning, as in the space in front of the truck. Any plans for that area? Yes, we do have, Alex. I think did we do it in when we put all the buildings in? I think we did. We're hoping for like a little cottage and that down here, Alex. But as we have found out with our channels, plans are not always best made in advance, because usually whatever we plan just goes out the window. But that's what planned to have cottage or something down here. Was it a school as well? And it's gone again. Oh, I'm just going to annoy me tonight. So once again, guys, I really do seriously, it means it's going to happen tonight. So if anybody does feel that they've missed comments from me, please let me know, because clearly my technology is going to be an absolute pain in the behind. I won't mean to miss your comments, but technology seems to want that to happen to me tonight. I will paint what? Sorry, Rob. City that smells of fish. Isn't it Vienna or something down by the water? With the gondolas and everything. Apparently that absolutely stinks. People say that go there. Apparently does not smell nice at all. I can't... No, it's not Vienna, is it, with the gondolas? They've been cleaning it, Venice. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's apparently, from what people say, it's horrible. And I remember when they first started cleaning, apparently it didn't make any difference at all. But Grace, Rob just offered your help with painting 150 minutes of mainline trek in Denmark, while Rob and I go to the pub. Right, I'd love to do that as long as you're paying the fare.
Simon, you're a true gentleman.
What, for dobbing you in it?
No, for saying that we're going down the pub.
See, I don't drink, so things like that actually really don't bother me.
150 metres of grass track painting, Rob.
That's alright. You've not said how long it has to be for. I can go... Oh, yours looks lovelier as well. Look at writing, it's bigger. Unless I'm just going blind in my old age. Wrong charger.
What do you mean?
This is USB-C. Your iPad.
Oh, sugar.
The charging lead is by your desk, because it was in the bag.
Can you be mindful if mine disconnects? Because mine has a more than interesting wallpaper, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, it's not that's the problem of disconnecting. It's just it connects from a stream. Pub sounds good. Which ones? There is plenty of cola in the fridge, Grace. Mark's currently enjoying a bottle of Cobra beer. See, if I drink, I'm more a spirits girl than anything, to be honest.
You can't drink if you're painting.
Why?
150 metres of track has to be perfect.
Excuse me?
Mark's enjoying a bottle of Cobra beer. I might just go and pour myself a nice whiskey.
That's literally what I just said. I just said that he's having a beer, and I
Yeah.
said about spirits.
I'm replying to him myself. You don't mind if I talk to the subscribers, do you?
I don't know, I might have to think about it the way you're volunteering me for things here.
That's all right. I'll take my iPad back upstairs then.
That's all right.
My iPad with the bigger writing and clearer screen. I'll take that back upstairs.
That's
shall I?
fine. It means that I won't see any more comments that you're planning to sign me up for.
Oh, Mark, now you're making me jealous, mate. Washing the homemade curry. down.
I've just seen that. Do you know where the paint we got for the little nails and that is? I have not seen that paint anywhere.
Do you know who tidies all the scenic stuff away?
I've not seen that since before I tidied it all away. Otherwise, I would have put it with the ballasting stuff.
Right.
Oh, actually, check in the box in there.
Check in the box in there.
Yeah, in there.
This is a large shed, Grace. Check in the box in there.
But in there, you've got a box of paint and that, unless I've just put it down there and not even thought about it.
That's almost as bad as giving directions like, yeah, 2 lefts, a right, straight down the bottom, round the middle, up the corner.
Have you seen this, how much the lift is?
Yeah, it's all right. The ballast will hold it down.
Oh, okay. Rob, check the box. Just check. Yeah, Simon said, Rob, just check the box.
I guess it's just me going down the bleeding pub then. You can stay and paint with Grace. Oh, did we give everybody a closer preview of what Alex sent? I can't remember. Seeing as I'm ever so slightly less upset right now.
Yeah, so for those that have seen the episode, that actually gives me a bit of time for this to dry, actually, so that's not a bad shout. So the lovely Alex.
Not to embarrass you here, my friend, but we're going to embarrass you.
Oh, yes. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Our last update, because obviously an episode on nothing happened. Do you want to do this thing as I'm going to look for this paint?
We don't need the paint.
Well,
We
you
don't
need
need
to
the
do little
paint.
bits.
No, don't worry about that for now.
Yeah.
Just carry on with that.
Well, do you want to hold that a second? 2 sets, guys. I'm out of practice, you see. Eh? We have a couple of weeks of manicness, and look at my lives, I just turned Pete on.
Do you hear that, guys? She's out of practice. What are we talking about here?
Who is it that usually says on the comment, oh, I love the double
Entendres.
entendres. See that how you will. I like big tarts as well. Well, that's obviously, I don't think that's in line with our comments.
Mystic. There's nothing wrong with a big tart.
Oh, there, I like a Danish.
Yeah, all I can say, Mystic, is just take some talc with you so you can find the wet patch.
If I ever get to meet you, Grace and Rob, I normally drink cider or Malibu and Coke. Well, we've got Malibu and Coke here, although I doubt that you'd want to meet me after being a pain to you. You're not a pain, Mark. Oh, when I meet you, I'm going to slap you. That's what I'm going to do.
She'll need a ladder, though, mate. She's that small.
No, trust me, I won't. So, obviously, Alex sent us this gift. And to be honest, I was half expecting horses because it was making a whole mystery of it. But it was so heartwarming.
Should we let people
Oh, yeah, that's there.
see the box? Yeah, so
Oh,
Alice,
yeah.
what's up?
Getting over the knee. I don't want to know.
Nice. Whatever you're into, Si, you go for it, my friend. Yeah, anyway, Alex sent us this box with my ugly mug on the front of it. And we were half expecting the old horses and everything.
After his last
And then if you haven't watched the episode, this is the bit where I ran out of the room. Because if you followed us right from the start, or you watched the videos right from the start, you'll know that this was my dad's woodshed. Alex has clearly watched those videos because he sent us these.
Well, no,
There's
he's
that.
clearly watched our videos because it quotes it.
Yeah. Can you open the box now, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we have a laser cut wooden woodshed with various backgrounds in it. Some little tools to go in the woodshed. And is it in this one?
Yeah, all the different spares.
We have and this. an actual log store to go outside it. So yes, I hope you're feeling suitably embarrassed, Alex.
Everyone is misbehaving in the comments. Tim, you always come in at the right time, my love. 'Cause
Tim always comes in at the right time.
he does. He always comes into these kind of comments, doesn't he?
Well, if Tim comes in at the right time, I can't see his missus complaining.
No. So it was me who promised Mark a slat, so that's what I said about getting over the knee. Must resist answering that, Simon. So good evening, Tim, anyway.
Tim. You don't mean Tim Burr? Another
Burr?
Tim. Another Tim.
No, Tim Maslin.
Oh, Tim Maslin.
He's
Oh,
our patron.
oh, yeah, sorry.
Are you confusing surnames here?
No.
No, of course not. Yes, he's confusing surnames there.
Anyway, this is a children's channel and we shouldn't be rude.
But Disney films do. That's what part of Disney films you like watching as adults. You see so much more in a different light.
Oh, yeah.
And help me settle this debate as well, guys. Talking of Disney films. Who here has not seen Lion King? Because to me that is one of the best films ever. I just want to try and wonder how many people haven't seen it.
Andy asking Tim if he likes big tarts. Well, whatever floats your boat.
No. Oh yeah, do you like big tarts? Just a bit.
Mystic, you might have done.
As Hagrid said, I should not have said that. Should not have said that. No, never seen it. Ah, come on, guys. How have people not seen this?
Because we've had lives.
No, I was a kid when it came out, I suppose. So for me, I would have watched it. Second one, not so good, but...
Right, can we get away from the less boring stuff now and get back to the rude comments?
Movie or the cartoon? No, the movie. The movie, Simon, not the cartoon. I think there's too many things that are turning into cartoons now. It's just... That ruins it. Jam tarts? Oh, I love a good jam tart.
Very lickable. Oh, we're
But
talking
yes,
about jam tarts.
Yes.
Oh.
But Tim, yes, I am continuing with ballasting and painting the track. See, most of this I had already painted, so it's mainly actually ballasting
So
this
you missed
section.
bits.
No, it's just because of a paint. And have you checked that box, as you were told by one of our viewers to check? Even if you don't listen to me.
No, we don't need it.
But you bought it to...
Yeah, and we'll do it afterwards. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
How else are you going to do it here?
That's what I was going to do it while it was there.
And don't forget, when you do this, you pull it.
Yeah.
You don't push it.
Yeah, well, it worked, but I need it this way because I'm actually doing it that way. So...
It doesn't matter, Jack. You probably find it... No, actually, you'll probably find it better doing it that way because it's tilting downward more. Because if you do it upwards, you're tilting it backwards a bit.
Oh, that sounded horrible. I was a wrong generation for the Lion King. Live action one came after the animated version. Yeah, I've not seen the live action one yet. I've had mixed reviews on it, but then I suppose when you see the original, it's hard with films to see them in their other light, isn't it?
The porn version, lying on the king.
You had to go there, didn't you? You just had to go there.
Why not? Tim did. He started it with his big tarts.
I missed the question. Yeah, were you thinking of your tarts, Mark? We were talking if you'd seen The Lion King before.
I prefer my movie version.
I don't think people want to know what you get up and watch.
Lying with the king.
I remember
You've
the...
done that wrong.
Why?
Because you put it there.
Yeah.
Which way are you going with it?
This way, like you
So you
just
put
said.
way too much in it.
I know. I've realised that after.
So... Oh. Move it.
No, it's
Move it.
because you
Tip it
kept
backward, tip it
no,
backward.
because you kept it in line. It put it where we needed it anyway.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. That was a bit funny. But see, it's kind of, you put it in line where it needed to be anyway.
Don't go any further against that other one, though. That was a complete and utter fail.
It was, wasn't it, dear?
Right, do me a favour, brush it downwards. You'll need to brush it up there. Right, where's this cable?
On your desk.
It's a big desk.
USB end. It should be near the camera bag. So he's trying to fill up the incline. Do it like the olden days, get handfuls of gravel and pick out the excess. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that now. Is that how the manual says to operate? Yeah, Mystic, kick it around till you lose it. Yeah, that's, I think, what's the best plan, because this is a wider gap than normal as well anyway, so the excess can go in the side. So it's not the end of the world. I can make a plan, I always do. I was 10 years old when my Sword in the Stone came out. Don't know what year it came out, but I know it is one of the older Disney films. Yeah, it has been for a while. That excess isn't a problem anyway, Rob, because we've actually got the sides to fill both sides anyway.
Oh well, there's a bit of comedic value for this.
Oh, yes, as always.
And yes, we know some people might say the ballast is a bit too big for this track.
Well, it's mixed anyway. It's got small and big bits to it. There ain't nothing wrong with big or small, is there?
Oh, there's a question for you guys and ladies, whoever's watching. When we were down in Valley Station earlier, and it was Grace that noticed this. You know how you always clean the tops of the sleepers of the ballast? We noticed quite a few of the sleepers at Valley train station had actually ballast on them.
I've got a picture. I did get a picture of it with a camera, so we can always upload it. But
Mystic, I presume he was referring to my stuff up when he said, "Is that how the manual says to operate?"
yes.
Git.
You know what's funny as well? You just told me how to do it correctly,
Yeah.
and then you did that.
Yeah, because you put it in the wrong bloody place. I was trying to pick it up and tip it, but I just forgot the tipping part.
Yeah, think. As I said, it's not the end of the world because it's wider anyway, isn't it?
Oh, Sword in the Stone, I love that film.
When did it come out? I've had much worse disasters on my layout. Now it's at this time your sandwich gets crunchy. Yeah, I suppose so. So, believe the Sword in the Stone came out in the first part of the 60s. Lion King, the animated...
1963.
Oh, jeez. Lion King, the animated one, came out in the noughties. The worst disasters are spilling glue or paint or a logo flying off a table, which happened to you 3 times.
The Lion King came out in the noughties, did it?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
I thought it was 93.
The noughties is 2000 onwards.
No, noughties is the 90s.
No. The 90s is the 90s. The noughties was 2000 onward.
How does that make sense?
Because it was 2000.
But it doesn't sound anything like it, where at least noughties.
Noughties is naught. You bleeding Dumbo.
Dumbo, the
The
magnificent
90s, as you just said, is the 90s. The clue is in the bleeding name.
You know,
Dipwad.
no one likes a smart arse.
Well, with an IQ like mine, are you surprised? You bleeding Wally. The noughties was the 90s.
Wally.
The noughties was the 90s.
It wasn't me to put it, I was reading the comment.
You said it. It literally just came out of your mouth. The noughties was the 90s.
Do you get grit in your blusher? I don't actually, Marin. To be honest, it's very good at clearing itself.
Does great for a complexion. Hides all the creases.
Ooh. But yes, if you get my camera, we can show them what we mean about that ballast. But yeah, it was interesting. It was all
Ballast.
over. Yeah, on me tracker.
You mean
Valley.
ballast, not ballast.
I said ballast.
You said ballast.
Oh well, I'm sorry, Grace, but when do you think the 80s were?
Yeah.
The year before I was born. Well,
By the way, who said that? Who
it
said
was
that?
4 years before I was born. Or ruining several point motors with runaway glow mystic, or ruining a loco motor with a railway pin.
Yeah.
And bags at 30 paces. Always, come on, you guys would be disappointed if we weren't like this. You'd think something was
But come
wrong
on,
with us.
Answer totally scale models for me. What were the 80s called?
I don't know, I wasn't born. They were the 80s, weren't they?
Yeah, so what were the 90s called?
I don't know, I was a baby.
What were the 70s called? The 60s, the 50s, the 40s?
Swinging 60s.
Yeah, so they were called the 60s.
And that was just for drugs, wasn't it? That was just chill, man.
Yeah, but if you
peace,
remember the 60s, you
love.
weren't there, man. How the hell? I am actually astounded by your statement.
Right, I'm still catching up on sleep. I think
The-
28 hours without sleep's kind of done me over.
Yeah, and you do need your beauty sleep.
Yep. No wonder you've been wanting to put that paper bag over my head.
I do every night.
Yeah. Oh, during the day you've changed.
No, that's a plastic bag. Zip locked around your neck.
Guys, remember this, if you ever hear a woman on Anglesey gets found with a bag round her neck. I still use my dad's old shaving brush to spread my ballast. Ah, the big, bigger ones, weren't they?
The bigger ones.
Yeah, I love growing up in the 80s.
Oh my god. Your English tonight is awful.
It is, isn't it?
I'm going to have to sort this camera out as well.
Yes.
Being as Alex sent it to us to use.
And we filled it up in 20 minutes.
Yes.
I think you don't need a bigger SD card in it, though.
Yeah, it needs a 128 gig, doesn't it?
Feels. I think so.
32 gig wasn't a good idea. I blame Grace.
You blame me. You always blame me.
It was your fault.
Right, just me mean like flying my ballast everywhere. Thank goodness I never mistakenly. Oh.
What was that? Oh, Mystic!
Wow.
Mystic! Mystic!
Thank goodness I never mistakenly ordered N-scale products instead of 00. And Mystic, you'll also be glad that you've never ordered N-scale products twice. Or is it 3 times actually? Although fair, one of them wasn't actually labelled, was it?
I don't like you anymore, Mystic. I've just decided.
Does that make 28? 29 actually, but yeah. I'm still a baby.
Acts like one as well.
I told you I ain't never growing up. My makeup brush in its new role. Yeah, I've not used them in years. I'm not exactly a huge girly girl.
Yeah, what's worse? It's my makeup.
Yeah, you were a bit annoyed when I pinched it off you, weren't you?
Yep. I'll have to buy a new one.
No, I got you a beauty blender instead.
I just got you a blender. What you're supposed to buy women in it, white goods.
Well, where's my white dress to match it then?
You can't wear a white dress.
Why?
Because white dresses...
Unlike you, it's my first wedding.
Yes, that's not what it signifies. The white wedding dress traditionally signified a virgin getting married.
And who's followed that tradition since, I don't know. I couldn't resist, Rob. I feel old, 32, watching an only 25 like. Shame on some of you. Oh, Timber. Are you watching this off yours or? Because you haven't liked it either. Salt and wound, vertigo.
Virgo,
intact.
yeah,
Virgo.
exact. That's the exact phrase. And I'm sorry, but No one could accuse you of being that.
What?
You need to get that down at the edges.
Yes. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Give me a chance. Sorry, what was it you told me when I did the ballasting? Don't get it over any of the sleepers.
Yeah, and
Should we go and show yours?
what's wrong with mine?
You got bits over the ballast.
I got bits over the ballast.
You got bits over the
Grace, you can't even
sleepers.
say it.
I
Don't
can't
even
talk
try.
tonight.
Mystic, you forgot BMX bikes.
That's what you got, didn't you? You're the only one on the shed.
Oh yeah, I lived up in the Shetland and I was the first kid to get a BMX rally.
Your dad brought it over, didn't he?
Yep, and the only thing I didn't have on it was the mongoose wheels.
Oh, is that a ruined childhood there because you didn't get that? Although, if my mum and dad are still watching, only a few years ago did I find out I got a baby Annabelle for Christmas. And it was at that time where baby Annabelles magically could pee, have a bottle.
Oh, is that where you learned to
and
wet
eat
yourself?
and shut up. No, I didn't learn from that because the reason being, guys, is on that Christmas I opened it up and I had a bottle for it and was told no, it doesn't work like Baby Shoo, which was the other competitor.
Yeah, but you still wet yourself now.
No, and only a few years ago did my mum and dad admit to me, my mum started chuckling, the baby Annabelle could pee, and the cheek of it was, there's them Christmas Eve trying it out.
Yeah, but as I said, you still wet yourself now, so I'm guessing that's where you learned from.
I swear, if my mum and dad find it in my loft, I'm trying it out, because that's just childhood ruined. I so wanted a baby Shoo after that, thinking my baby Annabelle couldn't.
Totally scale models. I had the budgie, the baby version of the chopper.
So, numbers going up now. Oh, more in, that's always good.
More in.
Always watch It's a Film that Spielberg did in 1989. The 80s were pretty cool for a teenager. Arcade games, big gulps and 20-cent candy bars. Yeah.
10p Freddos.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Weren't they 5p at one point?
I don't know, I'm not that old.
I've been alive in 9 decades, but I ain't 90. My first job, gathering budgies at a grocery store in the late 80s.
Buggies.
Buggies, yeah. Budgies. Paid $3.35 an hour.
My first job was a KP. No, sorry. My first job was a glass collector. I also lied about my age, so I could work behind the bar, and that was paid at $3.20 an hour.
And my first job was a gymnastics assistant.
Hot Dog Andy, 1977. You could get a Cindy doll that vomited. No, now I'm just dating one that makes me want to.
Excuse me.
No.
Shall I get somebody else back in the chat? Because he liked the look of me.
Who? Oh,
Yeah, I'll get him back in the chat. We'll unblock him.
Jeff.
Somebody appreciates me.
Oh, you did have another lovely comment up a new subscriber today, and it was a genuine comment.
Yes, I saw that as well. In the yellow dress video again, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was a nice comment.
No, I know, I saw that. Bob the Biker, Andre, can't beat the 70s as a kid.
No, you can't. I totally agree with that.
Paperboy, Paul Wood's first job. My first job was a bottle boy in the supermarket.
Paperboy.
Yes, don't even go
Paperboy.
there.
Don't search that on YouTube. I'm not giving you the rest of the verse, but don't search it on YouTube.
Yeah, you definitely can't get offended at that.
Yeah, you will get. I will get us banned.
Good job Gary ain't here then, because he probably would have sung it.
Yeah.
Dad, I'll get Rob to send it to you so you can see it.
Dad, I'll get Rob to send it to you.
Yeah, you can send Rob the link. You can send Dad the link.
I'm not sending your dad the link to that song.
Why not?
Remember going to the sweet shop in the 80s and getting sweets for 1p and 2p? I'm sorry, I've got you beat there, Mark. I remember getting sweets for half a penny. Jerry, yeah, just tune back out, dude. Seriously, tune back out.
Totally scale models. I had an Evil Knievel with Bike and Motorhome and a Bionic Man and Spaceship.
Yes.
70s were cool. I saw the original Star Wars in the cinema. Yeah, hi Jerry, buddy. I worked with my granddad during the school holidays when I was 14, 15, laying tarmac, piles and drives. Cool. Hi Jerry, welcome to the circus. I thought the Tomahawk was the next one down from Chopper and I had the Grifter.
I don't remember the Tomahawk, MoneyBrook. I thought it was the Chopper and the Budgie. Or maybe it was the Tomahawk, then the Budgie. Basically, mine was a smaller version
Why don't you Google
of the
it?
Chopper. It's too much hard work.
Oh, really?
I've got you that cable, by the way.
No, I know, but it's not dead yet, is it?
Oh, so you're going to leave it till it dies, so
No.
I can use it later. I would prefer you put it on charge.
You know you stood next to me and I'm doing something.
Yeah.
No, you could have plugged it in. I don't know whether they did.
Right, brilliant.
Oh, you've actually plugged it in. No, you haven't plugged it in.
No, we haven't. Not my job.
Oh, but I hate getting it off because it's such a tight fit, this. Everyone's going to twist that.
So she wants to wear a white dress, guys, and she reckons it's a tight fit. I reckon she's too up herself.
You're trying to make yourself look big in front of all your friends.
I'm not trying to make myself, no. I know, dear.
I started working at 14.25.
All I'm saying is, ask 60 women.
Blackjacks for half a penny each.
Yes, that's my point.
Tomahawk was smaller and no gears. What's a blackjack? You've never had a blackjack, Mystic? Rob, yours was the baby version with stabilisers. Oh, he's gone out the room, guys. I prefer the black hole. I can't remember what my first bite was exactly, but I know that it was a Rayleigh of some sort. I remember getting 12 penny sweets for my shilling pocket money, 12D, then decimalisation changed it to 5p and sweets were half a penny, so I only got 10 total Swiss. Wear what you want and what you feel comfortable in. Oh dear, don't tell Rob that. There used to be a programme on telly called Bottle Boys. It starred Robin Asquith and it was about milkmen. Different. Chewy licorice. What the ones? Licorice fountains or something, aren't they? You can still get them. Not as often anymore though. And that'd be like the Dib Dab stuff. The licorice stick in it, didn't it? I don't know what you Brits are talking about. Oh, missed it. We had some good sweets, honestly. 12p blackjacks and fruit salads. Rob actually got some the other day. My mum found them. Was it B&M, I think? Star Wars versus Black Hole the same year. I was going out to pubs and clubs when I was 15. Sherbet dabs, yeah. What was the licorice one though? I'm sure it was Sherbet Fountain or something. Oh. Sherbet fountains, yeah, I thought it was. Last I saw you could still buy them in Tesco's, but... Hey, Mystic, do you have any... I know, like, here in our Tesco's, you can get... Oh, pardon me. You can get, like, American products. Is it true that you guys have stalls as well where you can get the British stuff as well? Like the teas and the sauces and things like that. One thing Rob looks at me weirdly, you'll probably know, is fluff. I got to try that a few years ago. The other thing I like was candy corn. Got to try that as well. We can get Twinkies, I think that is. We've got that red licorice as well, haven't they, over there? Cigarette sweeties, yes. I still remember back my stage, usually around 10 miles. Wow. There may be British things on my shelves here or there, but there is never a British section at the grocery store. Oh, that's a shame. They do it a lot here now, Tesco's and everything. You've got all the different countries. You can get like your Asian stuff. Granted, it varies like where you are as to what stuff and things like that sold. I think it's down to the popularity, but and obviously nowadays all these like American sweet boxes, you have like a lot of great flavoured things, which I thought about doing it, but I don't know, like the American sweets do interest me. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth though. Welcome to the adult club. Who are you welcoming to the adult club? Adults where? Hey Troubleshooting buddy. Grace's attention to detail was immense. She's using tweeters to position out, place ballast. Yeah, probably a bit annoying to some. I can even get Beeman's gun. Oh, never had that one. No adults here, only teens. Yes, Simon, I thought that. Talk about days of past, and everyone's back to living their youth, I think. But that's not a bad thing. Time was a lot better even for me in the 90s than what it is now. Remember to lower the edges. Well, I have done, Rob, but it's now sinking lower than that. Do you want them lower than that? Because yours were about in line with it. But the edges are now actually lower than the actual track. Like, especially up here. Obviously, you can't see that. No. Sean's back. Not for long, but it's obviously for popping in. That's not a problem. Mary and I have a Magnum each and every night. Yeah, but they're getting so expensive now as well, aren't they? So yeah, I don't know what you want, Rob, because that's your old ballast. And that's now lower. I haven't seen a gobstopper in years. Oh, Andy, I saw some the other day. Where was I? Oh, what shop was I in? I saw loads of... Oh, it was a shop by the hospital. It had loads in because little corner shops. You can get like your section for like all the kids' sweets and that. And you still get them. Probably not the same like we all had. I remember pack of 4 strawberry ones you used to get. Because those gobstoppers were ones you could like have as a gun after. to do that. I remember gobstoppers costing £1. That's an old penny. Jerry Health and Safety probably banned gobstoppers. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous, isn't it? That's what happens when people sue for stupid things. Sean, I think the only place you can possibly get penny sweets is little corner shops that still do it. But even then, I don't really know how. Let's try this actually. Yeah, I don't know. It all depends on the shop, I think. That's the problem. Only if you can find a Woolworths open. Appropriate then. Corner shop by me got them. Appropriate them selling them near a hospital. What's that? Gobstoppers. Oh, marathons as well. Didn't they get rebranded into one of the sweets we have now? Although Cadbury's don't taste the same. Simon, by the way, Rob, I just ordered my first UK locomotive. Oh, lovely. Actually, in Holyhead, it's quite funny. They still have the Woolworths sign on the back of what used to be the old Woolworths. I don't know how well this is going to go, guys. See if that works. What about aniseed balls as well? Yes. Again, there is down south. I know if anyone's that way, you get the. It's the old Sims sweet shop. They do some of the old classics. I think my favourite's got to be the soft. Oh, what's the word? The soft. Oh, Jesus. Rhubarb and custards, that's it. That's the word I'm looking for. I always love them as well. And toffee bonbons. Not that you can get them that often anymore. And yeah, I do remember Love Hearts Pool, as well as the, what's the violet ones. Not a big fan of them. Hate the texture. And I'm not exactly normal anyway, so. Pear drops, pineapple chunks. Yeah, see, I like the older sweets. They did them properly then. But then they came in with all the artificial flavourings and stuff, didn't they? So that didn't exactly help. Sherbet dips and lemons. Tracks are looking excellent. Thanks, Mystic Buddy. So again, it's like ballasting MSR for you guys, isn't it? I'm a bit old school there because obviously not getting all the track I want. Yeah, you can still get most of those sweets. Problem is when you get them online and that, they're so expensive. Stuff these days have more ease than a Geordie. You're doing a great job, Grace. Looking good. Thanks, buddy. Sydney. Starting to get there, aren't we? See, can see the bits it has missed, so I'm just trying to get them as well. It's weird in this mix, you do have your smaller and your bigger bits of ballast. Anything I haven't done yet is actually tapping the track. Flying saucers, yeah Dad, you always liked them, didn't you? What used to be Woolies in England became Poundland before it got burnt down during a refurb. Nice. Gonna move this for a minute, my lights. I got carried away there. Yeah, we're all kind of talking about sweets. And then one of the modern day sweets that I love is the Lints, but you can only get the coconut ones every now and then. Just bear with, guys, I'm just changing the position of the lighting. Kind of in my way. Would help if I tighten it up. There we go. There we go, that's better. We've actually got this bit lighted up now. Icebreaker. Grease it is on the tamper. Yeah, still not finished though. Oh, I've realised what you've done there actually. Yeah, E's are good, E's are good, Ebenezer's good. All the Lindt chocolate balls, yeah. We actually found some coconut years ago. They sold them in Tesco's. Never found them since, and ended up at a Lindt store with Mum and Dad and managed to get them. I am trying so hard not to eat them all, so I've got them over a little while rather than eating them all at once. See, what I'm actually going to do here in terms of levelling is use the edge of the cork, the guide for the height. Should also cover up any gaps that I've started getting. Brushing it away. It's such a meticulous process, isn't it, guys? Getting everything covered and sorted. Stephen, if I seem to be behind the chat, it's because I'm slow at typing. Sorry, guys. No worries at all, Stephen. You take your time, buddy. I like 2 flakes and a 99. Yeah, they're not 99p anymore, are they? Yeah, we've got an outlet over here. They're great but expensive. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? It's like, what's the other ones? Ferrero Rochers, they've just gone ridiculous price now. I get, you know, it's one of those chocolates you do pay a bit more for, but, you know, when you're paying 5-6 quid I've seen in the store for a pack, it's a bit ridiculous. Just takes me back to my happy clubbing days. We'd be spraying water with glue over a rock. Yes, Sydney, I've got a bottle here with IPA and water, and then a 50-50 PVA mix as well to go over. I'm so old I was clubbing with Fred Flintstone. Curly Whirly. Yes. Oh, again, I think you can still get them. Problem is, again, like I said, I think they've changed flavours, haven't they? Dairy milk, I used to love it, but not anymore. They've changed where they make it or something. Freddo's apparently is still the old flavour, because they're made in Ireland or something, but as you can see, that's actually no seal falling down to line up with the cork, because there was the gap. Sugar charges over here are sky high, so I buy my seats in Sweden, Germany or the UK. Aztec Bell, that one rings a bell. Plus, you know how shrinkflation, the price goes up and the bar gets smaller. Yes, let's look at Christmas time and how the tubs of sweets, the size of them decreasing every year for the same price. Well, they say to you, oh, we're not raising the costs, but you're getting less product. So there is actually, I'm not sure if you can see it from this angle, guys. There's a few here of the sleepers that have actually been covered up a bit by the ballast. I'm going to keep that. I was actually looking at the ballast today in Valley, and some of it, the ballast is everywhere. I suppose just over time it's gone everywhere. So while not at the moment I'm putting it over the sleepers, but I do like that little look at the edge. Where it's not that perfectly not covered, you know. I do kind of like that effect. There was another one somewhere where the sleeper had actually broke and I kept that in. Because again, on the tracks today, I noticed one that had broken. It's just a ballast has gone over it. So weirdly, we've got a lot of the smaller ballast here than the bigger bits. Oh, that's interesting. This isn't charging. Oh, that's very interesting. Rob's giving me his charger and the lead's not actually charging. Oh, now it is. Love Fry's chocolate cream. My mum and dad like them. Is that IPA in the PVA as well, Grace? No, it's just the IPA in the spray bottle first. Question for you, Grace. After you spray the water glue mix, do you run fine sandpaper over the tracks so to keep a good condition? Sydney, what I tend to do when I've ballasted is I do wipe the tracks just so they're clear of any of the PVA glue. But to be honest, the track hasn't been run in a while because of behind. You can see it. Well, I'm trying to think where the camera is in relation to you. You can see a lot of the track and the lines are actually closed up at the moment because of my hill, so the track's not being run properly. But if it was running, we'd just wait for it to dry and then run it like we did the first time when Rob did his first bit of ballasting. Not noticed any issues with doing that. It ran absolutely fine. Oh, that seems to work well. what I've done is I've got it all piled there and just pushing it out. Obviously here the track was raised slightly. Again, the line itself was running fine. It just seems to be how it likes to go. It's a funny motion I'm doing here. It's kind of up, down and out. Just getting that cork covered up again. It's always better to be able to add than find you've got too much and not take it away once it's glued. I'd imagine you can do it, but it's just a bit more difficult with the gluing it all stuck together. Yeah, I believe actually it's something I've had people like with Chris from like Aldi and that. Hula hoops, for example, the cheap hula hoops they do, they've actually found packages of actual hula hoops in there. I believe a lot of these products are made at the same place, exactly the same way. They're just packaged up for where they're being sold to. I'm one of these. I always try cheaper brands first of items. If I like them, I like them. If I don't, I don't. Baked beans. I've not even bought Heinz beans in years. Keep pushing it away. Double decker was my favourite. They still do those. Yeah, I know you can still get them. Mary prefers the no added sugar Heinz. To be honest, I'm big. I use Tesco's own, Morrison's own. I won't touch the Branston ones with a barge pole. Ugh. Personally for me, but I can funny ketchup, things like ketchup though. Certain ones, cheaper ones are too like vinegary. But I've always said with these cheap brands, I'll try anything once. So we're doing this backwards. Oh yes, my dad said the best one, chocolate rich tea biscuits. You cannot find them for love nor money anymore. A few years ago I was able to get some in our co-op and then they seem to have completely disappeared off the face of the earth. I remember getting them from all sorts, Tesco's, everything for years, and then they just phased them out, didn't they? So if anybody knows where to get some, let me know, but can't say I've seen them in years now. Just using some of the overflow from this side just to fill in a few bits of cork that are showing. There's a warning now that aspartame sweetener is carcinogenic if you drink 14 cans a day of pop. Yeah, that's a problem with certain sweets, isn't it? Once you start eating them, I'm like that with Pringles, to be honest. US pilots are banned from diet drinks. Fact. Huh. Learn something new every day, guys, with you. Sorry, I just realised, guys, we've got a few up here. I'm just kind of going back now. I've done it once. Going back to view what I've already done. Kind of that second pair of eyes again. Tony, you're back with us again. Sure, it's lower at that bottom. If in doubt, just use your finger. Seems to be working well. I have to nip and get a drink in a minute, guys. A lot better now as well. Mark, you head over. It's not a problem, buddy. At all. I'm not exactly doing out exciting and ballasting. Yeah, I just want to put a bit more because this is where the gap was, just to make sure there's no that support underneath. Yeah, I realise Alan does usually do Sundays. It's just obviously with everything that's gone on as well. It's not my plan. He streams for hours though, doesn't he? Into the wee night, as they say. I believe. I just want to make sure we've got that support underneath as well, because there was a bit of a gap there. There we go. Jerry, I just realised I made a silly mistake in a 5-hour 3D print I'm doing. Hoping I can catch it at the right moment to stop and try it and save a day. Oh no, that's not good. Hopefully you catch it at that right moment. So you can just kind of stop what you're doing and reset. I'd love to try 3D printing, but yeah, I've not even had a chance to do the airbrush yet. So I think if we managed to get in their 3D printer, by some miracle, it would just sit there for months. Love that you guys are just happy watching this. Can you edit on the fly, Jerry? Yeah, Alan goes on for hours. Sometimes don't tell him that I said that though. Bless him, I know he got mixed up with us and Choverton not the last time, the time before. We were all trying to say, no, we're Robin Grace and Tony. It's Choverton. You see, I'm getting so much under there at the moment. So, Grace, you missed a spot. I'm making some boxes for include it. Grace, you missed a stone in the middle of the track. Oh yes, I can see it actually. I think it's further down. Is it this one? Could be this one. I've just seen it actually on the camera. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm kind of starting at the beginning again. Just to build up this support underneath. I didn't realise this still isn't as much as I'd like. There's a massive gap from where the line is to where the ballast is, so I do need to put a bit more there. I'm kind of like starting again and working my way through again until I'm happy now. Oh, further down as well. Yeah, I know. I've got a few bits to get off, haven't I? But I just need more ballasting for those. Get that section covered up. Because I don't think it's very normal to have your ballast and rails having such a big gap between them. Let's see. what we need. Such fiddly things, this, isn't it? Down near the paint pot. Oh, down here, buddy. Oh, yeah, I can see it somewhere. But have no fear, I'm not there quite yet. Might be that one. Although it could be that just the delay with video and delay, obviously, the message. So I'm sorry if I'm like repeating myself there. I'm starting to get level just as I say that. Try and get it filled in here first. It's going to be easier to come in at the back, isn't it? Still a newbie with the stuff. It's a steep learning curve. Yeah, Jerry, if you were on Facebook, there's a lot of support pages on there. But do people still use forums nowadays? I think people do. Not as much, obviously, but... That model railway guy has a laser cut printer. Oh. Only thing I find, if like with the Metcalf kits, is once you glue them up, they go quite brittle. But that's just me, I don't know. Or whether it's just the glue reacting with it, that's what makes it so brittle. It's slowly getting there. This is going to be the most difficult bit again because of that slight lift. It was free worth... Jesus, I wish. Join now after watching John Jones. See, hi Aaron Buddy and Raymond Legs. Hiya. At first I thought you were hand laying track from scratch. And Timber, if anyone wants to sponsor me for a laser printer. Yeah, that's... never actually seen one of those in action. I've seen the 3D and the... Oh, what's the liquid one that you use? It's in liquid, I can't think of it now. I just found it for $7.50 shopping around, but even then it's still out of my league, yeah. No, the 10 watt version would do, only $4.75. Yeah, it's kind of off-putting seeing these channels getting all the freebie gear that us mortals have to pay thousands for. Yeah, I think he's going to take commissions on making stuff for people. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's, if only. But, you know, if we ever win the lottery, you know, maybe that can be a giveaway. This is how much I see us winning the lottery. Fat chance of that. Kind of have to play it first, but if we did, you never know. I've got a laser printer, it won't, a lazy printer, it won't work. Oh dear, come on, I thought we got off these jokes. Oh, it's getting a bit chilly now, rain started outside. Oh. The sound of the dogs. It's not that I'd be out in there the way it's raining. Simon Jensen, buy me one and I will inundate you with kits. I just realised you guys can't really see much of what I'm doing there doing that, is it? You're just seeing it from a distance. Christopher's hobby blog. Hi buddy, great to have you back. It was lovely seeing you catch in earlier. Welcome to one of our normal lives. Well, not normal. Like Charlie, we just take this 50 quid box, hook up these 2 voice gadgets to connect to our 60 link backs to our 600 quid, etc. Timber, then I need to pay import tax every time you send me packages. Jesus, that's crazy. Oh, that one went, I'm guessing, somewhere that was fine. Oh, don't you, when you want to pick up on it, it doesn't want to pick up. That's that one down. Pay my airfare and I will deliver and paint your track. Oh, jeez. Be nice, wouldn't it? I'll do anyone's ballasting as long as they pay for me and Rob to, you know, go abroad. If you live abroad, that's fine. Pay our tickets and we'll be out there. Oh, not that one. Starting to fill these up now. Andy T, very good evening, buddy. Hot dog was live. Luckily, I had 2 laptops on the go. Yeah, I know. How dare they? Andy actually managed to hop on just after it had gone past. Although considering it was 6 or 8 minutes late, leaving Bangor, how quick it kind of got to us. Yeah, not sure if it was keeping to the speed limits, because it did boat through Valley, didn't it, guys? If anybody has missed it, we did get a chance to see a steamy earlier on, a very short impromptu live. I think it's only about 15 minutes long. So, yeah, they definitely caught up time. I'm going to say, I'm not sure how many line side ones we're going to get to do. You're lucky if you get 2 an hour. Timber surf, but then we'll miss out on Rob at the pub. Yeah, I think he must be at the pub at the minute. Won't take me long with the airbrush. I will join you 2 later. As I said, I still need to have a play with it. I need to design a jig to hold the airbrush at the right angle and distance from the track. Merwin, the train was wonderful to see. It was pity it was so fast. Yeah, I definitely agree, sis. It was like too fast, so I don't know how the camera pictures have turned out, to be honest. I haven't looked at them yet. And unfortunately, there was another tog right by me, so wasn't in the ideal place I wanted to stand. But if I'd stood behind, then there was no way I would have got the shot, especially at that speed. So I'm yet to look and see if they've actually turned out all right or not. I just get a little feeling that they haven't. Hoping I at least get one, maybe. Considering we were there for ages waiting. All that for the 4 or 5 seconds it was passing through. But I think William did well on his camera work anyway. Still convinced there's gaps underneath. And the reason I really want to stress and try and get these, obviously, when we've got the locos back up and running, it's just going to push down, although it's a lot more stable than it was now I've added the ballasting. Oh, I might actually move off this section in a minute. Don't be Mark, as I said, they're there for you to watch after, so we never expect anybody to watch the videos. You know, it's not like you have to watch them, and if you don't, we're never going to talk to you again. People have lives. Look at us. We've not had an episode this week, one less live, and I've done this as a makeup. I suppose that's the extra, guys. You got the little one prompt live because we didn't do an episode this week. And next week we're working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so obviously no live stream Tuesday. Once it's glue grace, there shouldn't be any movement in the ballast. Brilliant, Jerry. Maybe I'm just being too finicky. John James C, I just finished my live stream. Hi John, buddy. I don't like kind of going when people are, obviously I know sometimes it will happen, but with the folks and everything and not getting on yesterday, I was dead to the world. I think we got back in the end about 2 o'clock. Next thing I was awake at 7. And I was still so shattered, so I wouldn't have been good to anyone last night. I'm still not talking right tonight, so. Let's move this a bit. See, we know, luckily I have 2 screens and 2 ears. To be honest, Grace, I'm hundreds of miles away and it looked fantastic. I wouldn't talk to me again, Grace, if I was you. Why is that, Mark? It's fine. Ah, Flymo's appeared as well. Hiya, buddy. You okay? Joys of the ballasting kind of movements. That's better. Just doing me really finicky bits as usual. And what I can also do is bits of cork that are showing on Rob's that he ballasted. I can possibly go back and fill those in as well. Now I've got the PVA and that out. But let's get this bit done first, yeah? That's where you go away from a section and then you think, no, it's not right. Just being very careful because of that cork. It's very hard to cover all that cork, isn't it, guys? I don't know if, like that bit with Rob where it was left, is it easier just for me to ballast this or let it dry and then fill in? Or is it easier to be this meticulous and get it done now? I don't know what you guys think. Flymo is the admin on my channel too. He does a great job so much. We have Flymo's bridge on my layout. Oh, lovely. I know at least Flymo's got to check in because the last few lives he always ended up joining literally as I was finishing. So it's like, hi and bye. I'm very grateful to all our mods as well. Without them, I don't know what we'd do. Especially with one or two that crop up. Well, just one. But I know anything happens and my mods are there for me. It's always important, seeing as we kind of nominated them themselves. It just shows what a good community it is, isn't it? And I think it's great that they work at a team because obviously, like when you're live during someone else, at least that way they can know that, you know, they can watch the other one because they're not the only admin. I'm starting to get a really stuffy nose for some reason. Joe, hiya buddy, hope you're okay. Have you tried a dry run with a long carriage through the curve to see remaining free from the sides? What do you mean, sorry buddy? You mean just checking that that doesn't interfere with it, do you mean? Who admins the admins? Well, I don't know, isn't that the question of who adults the adults? Or something, isn't it? Or who adults? Oh, I don't know. I'm talking out my behind. I think I'm still overtired. I'm glad it's not just me who calls them admins, though. I always call them admins. I know they're moderators, but self-moderating moderators. Moral compass, Alex Page. Well, we're not perfect, none of us, eh? Who is that moral compass? What have I missed? Tim. We're just talking about moderators, and John JMC's joined us now that his live's finished. Giving a shout out for Flymo, how good he is. And we just got onto the comment of like who moderates for moderators. It's a valid question, I suppose. At least we've moved further along from a section that I spent, what, 20 minutes on? know some people hate it, but it's extremely therapeutic for me. Except when I don't get the sniffles. Wait, I'm going to have to go and blow my nose in a minute, I think. I'd like a 3D printing fly mode for my layout. I'd put it on top field of my layout, keeping an eye out. We have the ability to moderate each other. Yeah, I suppose you do. Shouldn't be on it if you can't self-moderate. Might be an optical illusion, but where that joint in the wall is beside the paint blotch, a long carriage might catch the wall. That's what Job is saying. Ah, right. So this bit here, I'm assuming, this had been questioned a few times to Rob. I know Jason at Barnabas mentioned it and a few others. We are actually not worried about it up here because we're not having any of the long carriages. It's just our working girl, I think, that is the one that is going up here. So with her, it's not an issue. Obviously, not an issue at all for this girl. But the coaches, I think, were an issue, but they're going on the inner line. So they won't actually be on the top one at all. But it is appreciated, second pair of eyes, whether it's an angle or what. It is always appreciated. That second pair of eyes is needed. Especially when you're staring at things like ballasting for hours. I'd rather somebody said something than do it all, find out what they've said, and then, oh, well, I should have said something. It's all working as a team, isn't it? Not that we kind of get any prize at the end of the day. Sorry, folks. But the love of our layouts. I'll be honest, when Rob started it, I didn't realise I would get as much into it as I do. Granted, I'm still not in the language. I couldn't name you many locos or anything. But the scenics I really am enjoying. A bit. Sometimes I'll take a step back. Like with a hill, not mountain, was a bone of contention. But I knew when I had pictures, I was just struggling to start it. And once I got into it, I was fine. You can't see this bit, can you guys? Let's move it again. Flymo, as my mum commented then, seeing Maria Prescott and Mary, unless Flymo's just looking through the chat. You can always tim the side anyway, it wouldn't be difficult. Yeah, as I said, I think that was something Rob did check out. God knows why Rob and Grace chose and wanted me to be a moderator. Mark, I'm really going to tell you off for being so down on yourself. And if Rob is watching or not, I think he should come and tell you too. As you haven't completed ballasting, can you pre-paint board grey? Oh, that's the point, Alex. Again, I need Rob for that, but it could be an idea, even if it's just the inner board for now. But I don't know how would the glue react with that, or whether I just go in after with the grey paint. But it's still an idea, just grey paint. Because again, it's weathering it up, isn't it? That's an idea. We just hadn't made our mind up at all what to do. watching Scott Rails earlier, and his missus has suddenly discovered how much fun railway is. She's into 3D printing and he's going to do buildings. Oh, brilliant. It's lovely to hear of other couples. It really is. Obviously, I think it can make it interesting with decisions. You can have those firework moments, but then that's just life, isn't it? Oh, pardon me. And I imagine even if you were doing a railway with friends, you would get, oh, pardon me, you would get those moments of, no, this way's better, no, this way, and that. So I don't think it's just a couples thing. I think it's just you both have your vision and it's just seeing it each other. It's just how you deal with it, isn't it? It's like when Rob said with the tunnels, he said to me, no, I don't think those bits of foliage and that would work. And then others suggested it one night and Rob put his hand up and said, no, others have suggested it, so that's me outvoted. You know, wasn't funny about it at all. Just went, you know what, if other people were seeing what you're seeing, then go for it. You can always take things like that off as well. So, we're about halfway, guys, if that makes anything. Might be done by this time tomorrow morning. I keep seeing the odd few things when I look back. I'm just trying to think of all the different angles people will be looking at this at. Oh, that's too big, actually. And I love the colour variations in the ballast because, like people say, you don't have the same ballast. Doesn't really matter, Grace, if you're going to weather the track ballast, and you can always add later if needed. Lisa is in charge of the buildings and I'm in charge of the track. She tells me where she wants it and buys it. Now, I love that idea. Actually, yeah, so, yeah, I'm definitely the arty one, the scenics and things. I'm definitely the one who builds the kit. Rob doesn't even want to attempt them. Probably after my bad findings. But, you know, I imagine you guys probably have your clashes occasionally as well, though. But I don't think it's just a couple thing. I think it's just two people building a railway. It's... Or when you're doing it completely yourself, you just crack on with your ideas, don't you? But obviously everyone, it's that second pair of eyes and ideas and things that you can get a bit of a clash. If anyone is interested in Scott Rails, thanks Jerry for a shout out. Scottish guy in Canada. He has a great sense of humour. Happens in clubs all the time. Sorry, Tim, what happens in clubs? Doesn't ballast look a bit like cat litter? To be honest, Marin, it does on a smaller scale, doesn't it? It's funny. I think people have used things like cat litter and that, I'm not sure. I've seen less flying fly modes now too. I think the HC didn't like the hover machine. I just need to see where on the camera you guys can see now. Because we're moving along slowly. We're more than halfway done, I think. I've got a hair that's bugging me. Of course, one of mine. Arguments over how to put stuff and where to put stuff on a layout. Yeah, it's... that's the problem, isn't it? Everyone has their own vision, their own art way of doing it. So I think maybe as it's a couple, it can possibly get a bit more heated because as couples, you're couples. But like you said, as clubs, I imagine it's it can get interesting too. It's just what happens when you kind of both have different visions. Don't get me wrong, a lot of our visions match up. But it would be boring if we were all the same. So like certain things Rob is going to be placing on his own. Obviously he's left the farm to me. So that one I get complete full
rain from. There's a few bits that Rob's kind of said how he wants it and that, and that's not him being funny. That's obviously he wants me to put his vision into how he sees it with my arty flair. Meant to do that. One man band. Already subbed to Scott Rouse. I'm sure we are as well. But I can ask Rob maybe if it's one he can put the top of a profile for now. Because we kind of swap it round so it shows on our profile as people we subscribe to and that. Although sometimes I think it does it on their subscribers level. I'm not sure if you can actually change it around, but kind of picks the order for you. I don't really know. I kind of leave YouTube to Rob the settings and that. As I said, I've never built my drawings one enough to get to that stage yet. Though I wouldn't have the time to do it at the moment. I will get back into drawing eventually. Oh, where did that one go? Yeah, it's definitely my iPad that's causing issues because Rob's has not disconnected once. Sorry, I'm going to have to turn the brightness down. Hope that didn't... Oh, I hate this. No, I think we're right actually. I need to find the brightness on this. Oh no, slightly different. There we go, because that is killing the battery. Grace, are you going to paint or airbrush for ballast or leave it as is? To be honest, buddy, it's something that I'm not quite there at yet, knowing what I'm going to do. Obviously, that is yet to come. So at this point in time, I'm not quite there yet with what I'm going to choose to do. And I still haven't even had the chance to have a go with the airbrush yet, so I'm hoping at some point I will get there with that as well.
How was you?
I'm okay.
You not done any gluing yet?
No.
Jesus. Can't get the stuff.
Yeah. Right. Problem is, because it's trying
Simon's
to...
asking, are you going to paint or airbrush this?
Already answered.
Okay.
But thank you for...
And you can't see what you're doing.
Camera's here. I keep doing that. I was looking where the mount was and realising that actually it's there.
Yeah, but you literally can't see because you're going underneath.
Oh. Oh no, yeah, I'm literally just there.
You're running out of foot space.
Yes. I'm just going to have to do it from up there for that last bit.
Dodgy.
My layout is all my own work, so I've only got myself to blame if it looks rubbish, although Sarah, my other half, pops in from time to time to see how I'm getting on and how it looks. Rob, she is just picking stones.
You're just picking on me, mate.
No man is an island unless his name is Madagascar.
Or Shetland. Or Anglesey. You might have a man named Anglesey.
Yes, this is a... I'm getting there slowly. As I said, every time I brush it, the cork's exposed, so...
No man's an island unless he's Madagascar. And you've got to start singing.
A little bit more.
No. Look at that afro.
No, the first one is I like to move it. That's
No,
the
I know
second
that.
film.
I don't give a shit.
No, I'm being a purist on this. It's I like to move it, move it.
You dropped that piece of
I don't
ballast.
care. I'm being a purist. No, Polka Dot Circus is... No,
You missed a bit.
I'm not there yet.
You missed a bit.
Really. Do you want me to go back to your one? Or is that the colour of the ballast?
I was just going to say that. That's
It's the ballast colour. It's a ballast colour.
That's different.
Don't muck it up.
Look cool, that's one.
Yeah, but look, you're talking about gaps. Do you want to go back to where you did and I've got to fill in your gaps?
Well, you've knocked them off, you mean?
Oh, right, so I deliberately ruined your word.
Yeah.
You saying I'm that kind of person.
Yeah. Callous, cold-hearted, B1TCH.
See, as we said, guys, as couples, you can't always agree, but...
We always agree.
To
We
disagree.
agree. No, we agree that I'm right and you're wrong.
Right, you clearly weren't listening when I disagreed then. Your
Jeez.
layout is way better than you're letting on Mark. Exactly, Flymo. He's being so down on himself at the moment. I'm going to slap it out of him.
Mark's layout. Mark, you've got me going now. Mark's layout is stunning.
And Jerry, only another 50 foot to go. Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got the inside loop to do.
Yeah, exactly. Tim, that is the same for me. Jem is very quick to point out flaws in the scenery when I go wrong or it doesn't look quite right.
Simon sent us a link to the Flying Scotsman.
Oh, is it actually coming this way?
No, I think it's a model.
Oh, someone asked were you going to Llandudno earlier. I can't remember who it was.
Yes, and I answered it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Timber.
Oh, okay. At least I know what he looks like now. But then I'll probably walk straight past him anyway. I think what took the time was obviously getting the ballast underneath the track where it was lifted. Oh, timber. I've just caught your message there. This is another no, I've lost the comments out. I know that's why you need to deal with me direct. The owner of 3D Scales is having family health issues. Are you the go-to person for Scale 3D at the moment then, bud? We don't want anything, but thinking mention it on the live to help others.
And I'm going to jump ahead. Rob, you can start on the electrics of the building. Paul, I would, except I'm waiting for somebody to complete the train station so I know where the rest of the buildings are going so I can start my wiring.
You can use the old train station.
It's not complete.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. Look at the length of it and look at the length of that one. It's the same length. They've just added.
Oh yeah, they've added that stupid.
They've just kit builded themselves.
That's yeah.
So now, now we're on the live. Do you want to blaming me saying
It's not though, is it? Because they've kit built it and they've built this bit out. Look at these bits here. I'm not going to trust that, Grace.
oh, but mine's big enough, okay,
No,
to
no.
pick up.
No. This has been built out as well.
No, but I mean you can pick mine up and put it there for sizing. Having another domestic, guys. Don't worry. This is another reason you'll never see me on YouTube. I'm my own biggest critic. Yeah, we all are, aren't we? Mary agrees that I'm always wrong. Thanks, Aim. Shame about my videos about it, though.
Give it a chance, we'll get it sorted, buddy.
Unfortunately, the hashtags and that is probably your newer videos that it's going to affect more than the older ones.
You could go back and edit the older ones, but that's a lot of grief.
Yeah. But we're getting you on the right track, Mark, buddy, so hopefully, with any luck, it will start building from your next lot. But again, don't worry about numbers.
Hashtags, descriptions. The hashtags were, as I said to you earlier in the day, Mark, the hashtags were easier for me because I used to build websites, proper websites, I mean. They don't matter on websites so much anymore. Even with YouTube, hashtags don't matter if you get your description in and your descriptions are quite short, buddy. So the hashtags will fill in for them, but then we can expand on your descriptions to include all the words that you need on that particular video.
So it's keywords, isn't it?
Just a bit.
Really?
Just a bit. Going to cut loose now. Thanks for listening, Rob and Grace. Really enjoyed it. Good night and have a great week, everyone.
Who's that?
Take care, Marion. Nice having you in, and thank you, as always, for your support.
Yes, Marion, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you. As I said, there will be no live on Tuesday. We'll actually be travelling back, won't we?
We're going to try and sort
I
the
know.
episode stroke update that went missing this week.
Yeah. Hopefully get a bit done tomorrow.
Yeah, do a bit of filming tomorrow, get that sorted. That'll be out early for the Patreons and what have you. And then hopefully Tuesday evening it'll be out for everybody.
Hopefully. Let's not promise. the way the last week's gone.
Yeah. Unless anybody else decides to pay a visit to Bangor Hospital.
Yeah. At least if my mum does again, she'll be up here and not back home. Yeah, what do you say, guys? Both parents.
Simon Jensen's off as well.
Oh, Simon, take care, buddy. But yeah, what do you do? Both your parents decide to stick themselves in the same week. Do you think it's a hint?
Yeah, my turn. Maybe I'll get a 24-hour notice of my operation. And they want me in Tuesday morning.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It would be, wouldn't it? No, that wouldn't be nice because Mary's in hospital having her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go there.
So yeah, again, guys, obviously we will try this week, but there is a few things going up with family again this week.
Yeah, but that's a planned thing though, isn't it?
No, yeah, it is a planned thing, but obviously the way things have gone the last 2 weeks, we'd rather not promise you and not get it out than...
You could do a live stream from a hospital bed at
I don't know if she's still watching. She did comment earlier.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, she been in.
Yeah. I have to try and get her in one of these days.
Oh, that was the thing as well. I'm not sure if there's anybody in the stream at the moment. Made comments about the sound issues on the last episode. I have managed to find how to increase the volume of Grace's dulcet tones.
Thanks.
But I've also been made aware of there are several complaints floating around of people watching YouTube videos at a certain volume and then the adverts kicking in at a ridiculously high volume.
Yeah, but that's because they've turned it up because of
No.
No?
There are genuine complaints saying that the whatever volume you're watching a program at,
Oh, not just ours.
not just ours,
Oh.
that the sound on the adverts is a joke.
What was that? See, Timber, great couple, had long chat over lunch with them. Well, What's that? World Shaft Railways. Oh, that's a lovely picture.
Who's that?
World Shaft Railways. Can't say I've heard of them. Should we subscribe and then we can
Yeah, go for it.
take a look? Oh, thanks for sharing that. Even some come up that we don't catch, so it's really good.
Have our mods been boosting other people's?
Yeah, they're just posting a few now, and there was a couple earlier. So our mods are doing their thing. They do that on TV, boosting the sound for adverts. Yeah, it's just not pleasant, is it, when you're watching it late at night, say around, and your family and that. And
Yeah, look at us. The telly's always at volume 2.
Yeah.
And then something else goes on and it's, I'm deaf.
Pardon?
I said, you know, when you watch, yeah, whatever.
It's usually you that gets me with that. Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to get this done.
Okay.
But I will start to call it a point, because even then, whatever I miss, I can go back in.
So you're not going to do the gluing tonight?
Oh yeah, I can do that now. What I'm meaning is,
Well, you can't do it now, can you? Because you've finished, because you've missed loads.
I've not got a lot to do.
Just try and...
So I'm just trying to get these last few bits lined up just so we can get the glue in. And any bits I've missed, I can always go back on and just dash of glue it where it needs to be.
Oh, when you do, can you make sure the alarm's set as well?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, iPad's turning off. Oh, that's because I paused it, that's why. There are a couple like Rob and Grace, but they go around toy fairs and video themselves. Oh, okay. I will try and improve my descriptions, Rob, but I don't find it easy. Just drop us a message, buddy, with your next video and maybe what it is, and we can help invest in a ballast hopper. Kelvin even. Hi, buddy. Nice for you to drop on. Well, we do have one. It's just not, obviously, this is bigger than usual. So the edges and that needed tidying up. And I'm just being a bit of a perfectionist, trying to get it all covered and lined up. Because also in this ballast you get a lot of fine, but also your bigger chips. And for me, it's usually sod law. The biggest chips are where you don't need them, and the fine bits where you don't need it. So I'm just going to try and get everywhere sorted and get it glued, and then any spots I've missed, I'm going to have a session at some point, I think, of just going around with the little bits that have missed. And just filling them in, you know, with a fresh pair of eyes and things. Oh, obviously up here it's not as good, so I'm probably going to leave that bit. Just download ad blocker. I never see adverts. Oh, okay. There'd be a battle going on about ad blocking. Cover it in ketchup, that's what I do with my chips. Oh, I read it right anyway, Alex. Next video will probably bore you to tears as well. Not at all, Mark. Honestly, that hand's getting closer, buddy. Use Brave browser. No need for ad blockers. Oh, okay. So I think, guys, I'm almost ready to go in with the glue. I'm quite happy with where we're at. Just tidy a few bits up. As I said, it's that sod law. You always get the bigger bits where you don't want it. I think we might be good to go ahead with the ballasting. No, with the gluing. But what I might do is stop at a point here, because obviously further down it does need a bit more of a look, but I don't want to bore you guys, especially at this edge here. It does need a lot of fixing. Rob, if you go to Llandudno, what day would you go? It's going to have to be the Saturday, buddy, because I'm off to work on the Sunday. So I think if we do go, it will be the Saturday. I don't know if Rob's watching. He's gone up now. But I have a feeling it's for Saturday. I'll get him to message you. Let's move this back and try to get some glue on. Obviously you might not see the top bit as such. There's a spray bottle. It's fine ballast. It looks a bit lumpy. This is the fine ballast chips, yeah, but it's a mix, which to be honest we kind of like. We do like that kind of perfect, imperfect week. Is Llandudno a model rail show? Yeah, it's actually Colwyn Bay, but they're calling it the Llandudno Model Show, I think. Well, it's kind of in between Colwyn Bay and Llandudno. So next weekend is that. I'll get a noose ready, Mark. Spray it with water first, mix a couple of drops washing up liquid. Kevin, we actually have the IPA and water spray, and then our washing up liquid is in the PVA water mix. So it is all in there. All modern and essential, no matter how long it takes. This is what it's all about. Yes, exactly. I appreciate how you guys are like here, sticking with me right till the very end. But I suppose, I don't know, is it therapeutic watching me whole thing? Or is it one of those you want to stick needles in your eyes? But one thing that I do like about where it's been ballast is you can actually see the colour differential from where it's been ballast and where it hasn't. Obviously you won't see it now that I've wet it, but it is there. So I at least know where I've glued and where I haven't as well. Somewhere the syringe. The local A&E keep an eye on when my stream finishes so they can anticipate the rush of mental health issues they face. It's called wet water. So speak now or forever hold your truth, as they say, or whatever the saying is, because now I can't go back. I think I put a bit too much glue there, actually. And what I'm going to try and do is where I put a bit too much, I'm just going to put that somewhere else. No, air bubbles is not what I want. And weirdly, I think that's a bit from the last glue. I can't afford it for Londonstonia. The other thing I do tend to do as well when I've done the gluing and that is I just rub my fingers over, not push it out of the way. I just rub my fingers over the rails as well, just to try and get that mix off. Make a repair to whatever I've pushed away here with my finger. Because the other thing I find, if you spray it too hard or too close, it does move the ballasting ever so slightly. So I do always go back and double check that as well. Just to see in case I've flushed some somewhere like there. Let's do this next section. I'm probably only going to go to about here. Let's see where it starts. Yeah, there's actually a good plan. I'm going to go to about here, and then that will make me done for the night. That's where I'm going tonight. So, did I just see a bit of card or something? Interesting. A bit of wood chip. I don't know how that's got in there. So yeah, guys, this is coming to the end of the stream. Just said I never like cutting people off, but I have a habit of doing it. I do try and do Jason's suggestion now of the 30 seconds, but I realise occasionally it does still cut people off, depending where in the world you are. So I never mean to cut it for anyone. So that's why I always kind of give it the last couple of minutes, just so everybody can say goodbye to everyone. I'm just seeing a few bits as well where I've missed. going to be enough? Only 600 more miles to do now, Grace. Oops, I meant 6 feet. You know what? I don't actually know. I think if we measured it all up, because I've got the whole inner loop to do as well. We've got where it's covered. Yeah, there's still a lot of ballasting to do. As I said, even on the episodes, it's a funny stage, isn't it? You're kind of away with so many jobs, but do we really want to bore you with the exact same thing again? So that's why, at least on the live streams, it gives us all chance to chat. And it is something you clearly guys don't mind watching because you've been here all night. So yeah, I think that is me done. And as I said, I will go and check through the lines just to see if anything has slipped with the spray. Corrugated retaining wall. Sorry, just washing out my syringe. Oh, yeah, I meant to do that. So, yeah, guys, I think this is it for tonight's live stream. I suppose I better be a naughty boy then and head over to Anna's stream and say hi. Thanks for putting up with me, Grace and Rob. I don't know if Rob's already on there or we might pop on tonight. I'm not sure what the plan is, but if we don't, please say hello to Alan for us. I know we popped on his one last time. He's starting to recognise our name, which is nice. I'm just going in with those little details as well. And any of my hair that I found moving around. That's the problem with a woman, isn't it? Our hair is everywhere. So, yes, guys, once again, thank you all for joining tonight. A big thank you as well today to MoneyBrook Junction, Lisa and Mark, who've also become a member. That is appreciated. So everyone, thank you very much. Night Brian, Night Flymo, Paul, Tim. Wouldn't trust Alan with names, Grace. No. I have noticed for confusion before, but I think he's starting to recognise us anyway. So, yeah, guys, thanks again as always. We'll try and get some videos out for you this week, and maybe, I'm not sure, might try and get a live stream in your different day of the week or at least an episode out for you. So, good night, everyone, and thank you as always for joining in. It's always appreciated. You will hear a few bits of noise in the background. I'm just going to tidy up as a way to get the time running for everyone to catch it up as well. So I'm going to try and not reply to comments, otherwise people think that we're still kind of going. So yeah, not trying to ignore, guys, just trying to do it so I don't cut anyone off. Oh, keep an eye on people leaving the stream. That way I'll know when people are starting to catch up. And you, Mum, I'll see you tomorrow. And Dad. Trevor, no worries, buddy. I am actually going now. As I said, I'm just watching that count of people. As people leave a stream, then I'll know when it's safe to turn it off.